Incentives, an insensitive look at the incentives that motivate. Hey, I'm Morton and Gink Jr. Let's talk about how a single traffic stop can reveal a city's entire financial story. It starts near Truman Road and Main Street in Kansas City on April 12, 2025. Police try to stop a group of ATVs and motorcycles. According to prosecutors, an officer attempted to remove a rider from an ATV. The vehicle then reversed. The officer fell and was struck as the rider drove off. About a week later, on April 23rd, prosecutor Melissa Johnson announced a slate of charges: first-degree assault, armed criminal action, and aggravated fleeing. What? Fast forward to February 2026. The rider pleads guilty, but two lesser charges of second-degree assault and aggravated fleeing. Good news outlets reported an expected prison term of around 12 years. So, why does this matter for the city's budget? Here's the part people miss. Kansas City's fiscal year runs from May 1st to April 30th. When you hear about a budget shortfall in early 2026, it's not a surprise event. It's a meter that's been running all year long: tracking, staffing, overtime, and legal liabilities. When city leaders questioned Police Chief Stacey Graves about the budget shortfall, two words kept coming up: settlements and overtime. Local news reported the city's settlement total for the budget year was around $10.9 million, with one case alone settling for $14 million spread across several years. Overtime was also already running way over budget. This brings me to what I call the James Bond rule. The current mission always inherits the wreckage of the last one. Kansas City has had several high-profile public safety events recently, including the Crown Center shooting and the tragic shooting at the Chiefs Parade. These events don't just leave behind grief, they leave behind costs. We're talking staffing surges, massive overtime, and the potential for future legal expenses. Now, let's zoom out. A friend of mine calls it gumption. I call it compliance decay. This is what happens when people start to believe rules are optional because enforcement seems inconsistent. Okay, if residents see that things like vehicle tags, insurance, and basic traffic laws are only sometimes enforced, you don't get peace. You get a new incentive: test the boundaries, film the chase, and get that rush. And the city ends up paying twice, once trying to prevent it, and again cleaning up the mess. I'll steal a lesson from Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. The freeze-frame ending makes the outlaws look immortal for a split second. Right before reality hits, you can't force a cheap freeze-frame ending on your real-life knot for clout. Not for a reputation, and definitely not for an audience that will forget you. The World Cup will come and go, but the systems and incentives we build right now, those are what will truly last. Thanks for watching. Remember to think about the bigger picture. Follow for more.